One last thing you need to know about these Franks that I call, because that's who they are. These Franks, these imposters, is their descendants, their minions, their associates, that's an important one, and their affiliates. These make up what is known as the second secret citizenry. Now, not officially in this country, but you need to be very familiar with this, because this is exactly, they call themselves, according to the Architect of the Capital, or apparently they look to as their somewhat command post or White House or whatever, at least according to their website, Architect of the Capital's website. In the Capitol building, they have something called the Hall of whatever, and it pretty much tells, through all their parallel language, includes their history of exactly what they're doing. But anyway, they are the ones, these descendants, minions, associates, and affiliates. They are the ones, they call themselves occupiers. Occupiers. What do they occupy? They are American imposters. They call themselves Americans. They are American imposters. That's what they are. And they are stealing the American sovereigns, the good people, the actual people, not droids. I'll get into that later. They are occupying your privileges, your financial privileges, your financial inheritances, and yes, you have them. Free trade means free trade, people. Doesn't just mean the ability to trade. It's free trade, okay? But they knew that early on. They came in, they stole all of that out from under the American sovereigns through, acting. That's why everything's called an act. That's why everything is bad actors and all of this stuff. Just in case you're wondering. Just so you'll know what you're up against, you have the Frank leaders, which are these Franks. And they, like I said, they usually hang around the quasi-agencies, intelligence agencies in this country. But they have nothing to do with this country. That's why they get to call themselves facilitators. They act like they are. And second, they're in charge of all their, descendants and relatives and minions, associates and affiliates and whatever. And that is their civilian soldiers. And they are the ones that are stealing your banking privileges, your free trade privileges, your inheritance assets, everything. And that needs to be changed, because they're doing it via I have something called make the fake and take the real. They'll make the fake, tell everyone it's the real thing, and they'll steal the real. Okay, so that's what they're doing. They're using fake currency. And when they exchange it for a good or service, that's where the theft is committed. We do use capitalism, and we're able to issue our own capital. But through these things called blocking teams, or estate blocking teams, estate bandit blocking teams, whatever you want to call them, they are the ones, like the one on myself right now, will watch you remotely. They have technology to do it. They will force you to hear things. You know what they're saying, in other words, which is stupid. And you can pretty much monitor them as easily as they monitor you, but they just want you to know that they're monitoring you. And even though you may know the proper procedures accounting-wise to, let's say, cash a check, a private check, or get a car, you need to pay attention to that fleet manager or the fleet managers, because a lot of them are hiding but giving cars away like it's a fire sale to their own descendants, minions, associates, and affiliates, and all of that stuff. Or if you go to purchase a new home or whatever, yes, they are giving them those things, including all the spending money and expense money they need, which is supposed to be coming to the American sovereigns. And that is via HJR 192, 1933, Public Law 7310, including the Agriculture Adjustment Acts of 1935 and 1938, separately. So this pretty much finishes up that third part of that prelude. So now you know that you're dealing with these Franks, their descendants, their minions, their associates, and their affiliates, what they're stealing from you, the American sovereigns, and how they're doing it. Okay, so let this be the finish of that. So you know what you're up against now, and now I can cover the rest of this here.